In this video, I'll show you how to use copywriting to entice desire in your customers, your viewers, and anyone who reads your body copy, and leave them wanting your product so that you can easily close the deal. Now, let's jump into it. And I think the best way to approach this is something that we are actually going to discuss a bit later, and that's flipping features into benefits. And that's just the idea behind it, is that you show the result or the outcome of your product and not its features. And we'll talk about it a bit later in this course when we get to the core principles. Now, the next piece of advice I have is, if you can, show them how you do it. Behind this principle, what we mean is that if you can show how your product works, how it makes people's lives better, how you yourself are using it, that can be very, very powerful, because people can immediately make the connection between what you are doing and what they see, and how they could potentially do it themselves. So just to give you an example for this, you remember all the tools from the previous lessons, and let's take the advertising planner tool. So let's say that we wanted to turn that into a product and start selling it. The way we could do that and entice desire for it would be to simply show how we use it, and then people can see, all right, these guys can plan campaigns in minutes with it, and it helps them understand all the numbers that they need to hit. And that's a great tool. I want it. I can use it for the same purpose. I can use it to show my customers how much money they're going to make, and that's incredible. I want it. Very, very simple. And if you can take a look at some of the companies in digital marketing are using this approach as well. You could take a look at HubSpot. Ahrefs is one of the best examples of that. So if you can go to their YouTube channel and see how they just show you what you can do with their product, that's an amazing thing. And they also show you how they themselves use it to grow, which is very, very good. Now, next, we have social proof. If you can show how other people have success and benefit from your products and services, that would be amazing. So, for example, if you take marketing agencies, that could be case studies. It could be campaign performance results. It could be something like, hey, we generated $500 million for our customers. You want to work with us. So this is a very good example. And of course, social proof can also be demonstrated in terms of volume, like, for example, the number of reviews, your review rating, third-party reviews, Facebook likes, and so on. So all of that can help you sell more. Now, next is the monkey see, monkey do principle, and I'll give you a few examples, and we'll pay a bit of a special attention to it. So again, we'll switch the camera. So the idea behind the monkey see, monkey do principle can be explained with several examples. The first one is Apple computers. If you have a laptop from Apple and you close it down, you will see that the Apple is upside down. It's not facing you. It's meant for, once you open the laptop, it's meant for other people to see it the way it should be seen. But once you close it, it's just flipped. It's not right. And that's a great example of the monkey see, monkey do principle, because inside of the product, anyone who buys it and goes to a cafe and opens it up, people will see that Apple. And they will see that I am using this product. So it's kind of a vote. It's a vote of confidence. You can see also that Apple used that same strategy when they launched the iPod. Everyone back then was using black headphones. Every single type of headphone you can find on the market was black. And so they made their headphones white. which would make people ask the question, hey, what are these kinds of questions? And then people would show them their iPod and say, hey, I can, use it in this kind of way. And so this is again a type of vote of confidence. This is also probably the reason why Apple purchased Beats for $3 billion. Beats did the same thing. What their marketing strategy was they created custom headphones for some of the more influential people in the music industry. Like, for example, they made pink ones for Nicki Minaj, and they made red ones for David Guetta, and some custom-made models for some of the more influential DJs and more influential people in the music industry. Now, when you see that your favorite DJ or musician or artist is using these headphones, you consider them to be very good. So this kind of speaks to the quality, and you want to be like them, and you buy it because of the monkey see, monkey do principle. And in this case, specifically, for example, Beats and Bose are roughly the same price, but Bose's product is much better, at least in my opinion. So I don't want to go into the comparison wars, but I think that Bose are much better at making headphones than Beats. And so even though the quality for the price of that product is not even comparable to Bose, a lot of people went for the Beats because of that monkey see, monkey do principle. It's incredibly powerful, and I do recommend you use it. So there are several ways in which you can use it. Make your product and branding visible so that other people can see your customers using your products. And then you can also apply that to your campaigns and try to demonstrate that as well. Now let's move on. The next one is the what's in it for them principle. I've shown it to you several times, so we won't go through it again. You have a slide for it in the marketing fundamental section and in the business fundamental section. And basically, whenever you see this question, you think about what's in it for them. How much time and money can your product save them? How much money can it make them? How it will make their lives better? All that goes into that, and this is the place to use that principle. Now, the next thing is numbers and comparisons. With numbers and comparisons, you can pretty much show how your product translates into results. And it's a very good argument to bring. Like, for example, if you take Google, we answer tens of hundreds of billions of searches a day. If you take Startup Masters, hey, we made $500 million for our clients. If you take, for example, some other companies, you can almost always see on their website some kind of stats or numbers that they present to show you how their product is used. And then you can even go a step further. Be careful, because this is not always allowed to directly compare yourself to the competitors in all countries. But in some countries it is still allowed. So where it is allowed, you should do it. And sometimes comparing yourself, if that's your main strategy, you can even break the law and pay the fine and still make money. So have that in mind as well. And the comparisons work because people don't really understand numbers so quickly. They can't make the connection with the numbers, but they can make a direct connection to a comparison. And so that would be a good example. And I'll just give you an example. I don't know the exact numbers, but we know that Las Vegas is one of the cities that's using the most water in the world. And so if I tell you that they are using 300 gallons of water per day per person, you can't make much of that information on its own. But if I tell you that that's almost as much water as Finland is using, then you can immediately make a connection. So that's why we use comparisons, and they are very, very powerful and useful. Now, the answer, the why principle is the next one for enticing desire. And here again, we have great examples from Apple. Why should I purchase their product? Because we are working and dedicating our lives to changing the status quo and providing the best personal computers to people, so to the smartest and best people, so that they can change the world, right? So that gives you an answer. And the why should I buy your computer and question is not very well answered by because it has 32 gigabytes of RAM and 7,000 gigahertz processor. Maybe that is a good argument for some, and Apple do bring it a little bit later on, but they do start with the why. And of course, you can use the golden circles in enticing desire as well. Now next, love marketing from the previous course also can be used for enticing desire. It's just that if you get people to like and love you so much by providing value using content marketing and providing freebies and cool stuff and providing a lot more value than you charge for, that can also help you sell a lot. And so it's also one of the things that we use when talking about enticing desire. Right, so that's it for this one. And next we are going to move to closing the deal with call to actions.